This story is from China, and it explains why jellyfish have no bones. Way beneath the ocean, in a kingdom, there lived a sea dragon and his family, and they were of royal blood. And the parents of the young prince came to him and said, "Dear son, it's time for you to choose a bride." "I don't want to get married. I'm not ready. Why do you want me to get married?" "Dear son, it is time for you to start your own kingdom." So the parents of the prince sent out invitations throughout the undersea kingdom, looking for the finest sea dragon princess to come on the house in their palace, to come to a fine feast and a grand celebration so he could choose a wife. And within 3 days, all of the sea dragon princesses started arriving. Why, they were dressed in the finest plumage of the sea, with seashells and glittering sand and sea urchins standing upon their clothing. And they looked stunningly sparkling and lovely. And each arrived and curtsied and introduced to the prince. But he just sat there, "Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Why am I waiting for this?" But alas, the door to the palace opened for the final time, and in she walked. The most stunning sea dragon princess of all. She had red eyes and long lashes. She had yellow, glittering teeth. She had spines upon her back, and her scales were iridescent. And as she pranced into the palace, she looked at the prince. "Well, I'm here, so what are you waiting for? You have all these other sea dragon princesses, but I'm it. I'm the one. I'm gonna be your bride." Well, the prince was taken aback. He had never been spoken to like this before. But as the evening progressed, he found that he enjoyed dancing with this stunningly beautiful, exceptional sea dragon. And by the end of the night, he got down upon his knees and he begged her to marry him, much to the delight of his parents, but to the sadness of all the other sea dragon princesses. And now the declarations went out throughout the kingdom, and a wedding was called to happen within the next week. The day of the wedding, all the animals in the undersea kingdom arrived. The whales, the dolphins, the octopus, the sharks. They all came forward to gather for this fine celebration. And the sea dragon princess was bedecked in gold and silver and gowns of flowing seaweed. And they were married, and the feast lasted for 3 days and 3 nights. And when the sea dragon's princess' parents had to leave, she bade them goodbye with tears in her eyes. She promptly went up to her quarters, and she began to cry. "I want my mommy! I want my mommy! I want my mommy!" It was so loud and so appalling that all of the creatures that lived in the palace and subsequent areas in the sea couldn't stand it. They swam this way and that way and tried to escape the horrid sounds coming from the prince's castle under the sea. And the prince went in to try to console his new bride. "My mommy, I want my mommy!" He said, "I'll do anything for you, just tell me what you want." "The only thing that would help if you go fetch me a live monkey's liver." "A live monkey's liver? But we live under the sea. How can I get a live monkey?" "Go do it. If you love me, you'll do it." He left, hunched over, summoned his most trusted companions. And he said, "Who will go out in the sea to find me a live monkey's liver so we can end this crying?" And the jellyfish, who at that time had bones throughout his body and could swim in the ocean or crawl upon the land, volunteered. "I'll do it. I'll do it." And the prince looked at him and said, "Do not tell the monkey why we need him." "I promise I will not. I am your trusted servant." So Jellyfish swam out through the castle doors, and he swam through the sea, and he popped up from time to time to see if he could find an island. And when he looked, there was an island before him, white sand and plenty of coconut palms. He thought surely a monkey would be there. He crawled upon the sand, and he looked to the right and the left. He went closer to a tree, a coconut palm tree, because he saw coconuts being dropped and thought, perhaps a monkey would be up there. And when he looked up, he could see a curling, curving tail, and he could hear, a monkey. And he called up, "Monkey, come with me to the most beautiful land. You'll have coconuts, papayas, and mangoes, and no man will cage you or hurt you. Won't you come with me?" Why? "Because you will love this place." The monkey shimmied down the tree, and he looked at Jellyfish. Could it be better than here?" "Oh, it's stunningly beautiful. You'll have everything you need. Climb upon my back, and I will take you across the sea to that wondrous place." Now, Monkey was not happy about going in the ocean, but nonetheless, he climbed upon the back of the jellyfish, and Jellyfish leaped into the water. And as the island seemed to be getting further and further away, Monkey got nervous, and he tapped Jellyfish and said, Wait, where are we going? And why do you need me to go? I'm really nervous." And Jellyfish forgot what his promise had been and said, "We have a princess, a brand new bride. She's screaming all the time and she needs a live monkey's liver. We can't stand it anymore." "Oh, live monkey's liver? Well, guess what, Mr. Jellyfish? My liver is hanging up on the branch of one of those palm trees. So if you want it, we've got to go back and get it because I don't have it with me." The jellyfish looked a bit puzzled, but he turned around and headed back to the island. And he crawled upon the sand, and Monkey leaped off and bounded away. And Jellyfish realized, "I've been tricked. Oh no, I will be treated with such cruelty now." He swam back dejectedly through the waters, dove down deep into the castle, and stood before the prince and said, "I've failed thee. I've failed thee horridly. I told the monkey why." And the prince was very angry. He lifted up the jellyfish, threw him into the air, and when the jellyfish landed upon the seabed, every bone in his body broke, and he became a gelled mass that undulated in the water. And when the king went up to the princess and said, "My dear, we tried to get you one, but we couldn't. We failed." "What? You failed? Oh, but you tried, my dear, and I was just testing you to see what bounds you would be." And she stopped crying on that very day. And from that day forth, they lived happily in the kingdom under the sea. And as for Jellyfish, he continued to undulate in the water without any bones and without being ever